Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of College Ball with J-Dog. We're 5 days away, y'all. We're 5 days away from most of our teams playing. We're a couple days away from Thursday games, Friday games. It's time to lock in, y'all. I've been locked in. I know a lot of y'all don't stay locked in all off season. That's what I'm here for, is to help you get locked in for the season. That way you're not the one at the water cooler at work talking shit with your buddies or whatever you do that don't know what they're talking about. That's what I'm here for. If y'all could, before we get started, hit that like button for me, share with your buddies, subscribe, hit the bell, go up, hit all. It'll help you get my videos. The goal is get to 100 by the time week 1 come around. We got 5 days. We're at 47. That's all right. I'm going to keep making the videos regardless. Another update. I got me a new camera and stuff coming on Wednesday. So the video quality should go up quite a bit. I appreciate y'all sticking it out with me. The ones I have. Thank you. Get in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Interact with me. Also got the Facebook page, College Ball with J-Dog. If you're interested in it, join it. You literally just put College Ball with J-Dog in the groups. It'll pop up. You just join it. There's nothing you got to do to join it. So let's talk about it, y'all. Because football's here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It's football time. So we got FSU's quarterback keeps running his mouth. Don't know why. He wants to poke the bear. We got too many people in the media now. I don't know why. I don't know when this started. Probably about a week ago. Saying that Texas is going to beat Ohio State's ass. Why? All offseason it's been, no, it's going to be this huge game. 1 versus 2. It's 1 versus 3 in the AP poll. I look at the coaches poll. Coaches know more than the media most of the time. But it's 1 versus 2, 1 versus 3, wherever you look. And there's too many people saying it's going to be a blowout. Literally, I don't know what, Feinbaum started it. And then people just started running with it, I guess. I'll give you my opinion on that. We got an update on Boo Carter from Josh Heupel today. His status for the Syracuse game. We got 3 new teams naming starting quarterbacks, including one that everybody already knew. And then I've got the Thursday night games. I'm going to go ahead and give y'all my predictions on them. Tomorrow I'll give you my prediction on the Friday games. Then Wednesday and Thursday I'll probably split some of week 1. Do some on Wednesday, do some on Thursday. That way you ain't having to watch a whole hour and a half episode. I don't know if y'all like the longer episodes. I've done some in the 50-minute marks. Done some in 20s. Done some 30. Y'all let me know which ones you like better. And I'll try to do that for you. There's not as much news every day to do an hour show, but I could make it work, especially with it being here. I mean, I could do shows long enough if that's what you like. I say most of you like probably 20, 30-minute mark. A lot of people's attention span ain't good enough to go an hour. We'll start with Castellanos. If you don't know who he is, that's FSU's quarterback. And if you don't know who FSU plays week 1, that would be Alabama. So yesterday or today come out and said Florida State quarterback Thomas Castellanos said that Florida State's defense, led by Coach Tony White, is the toughest he will face all year. He's saying that, and they play Alabama Saturday. And the media could be wrong. They've been wrong before, but to hear the media tell it, college football game, all that, Alabama's got the best defense in the country. I still got to see it to believe it. But I think they're better than Florida State's defense. If you don't know why that's a big deal that he come out and said that today, it's because these comments that he made in the spring, in June, well, in the summer, I guess. He said that Alabama no longer has Nick Saban to save them. And that I just don't see them stopping me. Really? Castellanos is a good athlete. He's had his moments at Boston College. But still, the moral of the story is he got benched at Boston College. I don't think it was for his play. I think it was more for his attitude and things like that. But he still, he wasn't setting the world on fire at Boston College. He's a really good athlete. He's good at running, getting out of the pocket, making plays. Not the most accurate passer. But you're on a team that went 2-10 last year. Alabama had a bad year. Went 9-3. I just wouldn't personally give them any bulletin board material if I was on a team that won 2 games last year. But it seems like he's confident in himself. Most people are. Kind of sounds like Pavia. Why not just go out there and let your play do the talking when you're on a team that's not done nothing? If Florida State went to the playoff last year, they almost won a national title. Talk your shit. Just like Pavia. Pavia's been talking shit all offseason. What did Vandy do last year? Won 5 games. Yes, they did beat Alabama. They sure did. They beat Auburn, who won 5 games last year. So, I don't know why these teams on these little schools like to run their mouth. And Auburn, Vandy, not a big school. Their academics are too high for them to be a football powerhouse. Let's just be honest about it. And Florida State has been a powerhouse, but they won 2 games last year. Why do these players want to sit there and run their mouth on teams that have done nothing? If Ohio State, Jeremiah Smith, somebody like that was running their mouth, oh well. You've earned it. Until somebody shuts you up, you've earned it. But teams that went 2-10 and 5-7 want to keep running their mouth. I have a feeling Castellanos is going to regret it. I think the spread on that game is 13, and it's at Florida State. And you get 3 to 6 points for being the home team. So, I don't know. Without you being at home, it'd be probably about anywhere from 16 to 19 point spread. And I think Alabama's going to BTA to them. If you don't know what that is, that's about to ask. I'm not making no prediction. That's where I'm standing right now, though. And I just think it's crazy. All these guys want to run their mouth in the offseason. If you're on a team that ain't done jack. So y'all let me know if you like them talking shit, if you like Pavia talking shit. Me personally, I'm not a fan of it just because of the team you're on. That's just me. If they was on Ohio State or Texas and they ran their mouth, I still wouldn't like it as much, but you've earned the right if you play for a team that made the playoffs and actually won some games. If you're on a team that didn't even make a ball game, probably keep your mouth shut. Let's see. That's just like I said. That y'all let me know if y'all agree with that. Some people like people talking junk. I don't mind a little junk talk, but I think you should earn it before you do it. And just because you beat Alabama and won 5 games, don't mean you should be able to. And when you go from Boston College, where you got benched, to Florida State, and you ain't even started, you ain't even a team that won 2 games last year, I think you should keep your mouth shut. That's just my personal opinion, though. The Ohio State-Texas thing I wanted to talk about. I don't know why this has started. This is literally like the 5th or 6th thing I've seen. Like I said, Feinbaum started it, and everybody's just jumping on board. Experts are beginning to worry of a blowout in the Texas versus Ohio State game, it is becoming evident that Texas holds a talent edge in virtually every position group. Many are wondering if this would be the most lopsided top 3 matchup ever. Yes, that's some college football troll on Facebook, but the SEC numbers guy is not a troll. I mean, it's more and more, that's what you're hearing. But one group I know Ohio State has the advantage at is wide receiver. They have their advantage at receiver no matter who they play. They literally stack 5-star on top of 5-star receiver. Everybody's giving Texas the advantage of quarterback. And they got Arch winning the Heisman. I think Arch is going to be good, but we've not seen him against any real competition, y'all. Best team we've seen him play against, besides coming in and run packages, is Mississippi State. Nico looked good against bad competition, too. And then when the competition wrapped up, he didn't look as good. I'm not saying Arch is going to be that, because I think Arch will be one of the top quarterbacks in the country. But they're anointing him a little too early, y'all. Jillian saying he was a 5-star quarterback, too. Went to Alabama, transferred when Saban retired. So it's not like Saban's no scrub. I think Texas probably has the advantage on the defensive line just because Ohio State lost a lot of defensive players. They might even have the advantage on defense. But it is at Ohio State. I don't see Texas winning by any more than 10 at the most if they win the game. I think it's going to be a slobber knocker, a dogfight. I think it's going to be close to the very end. The spread's not 2.5 for no reason. The spread ain't always the tell-all. But Ohio State lost a lot, but they're always at the top of recruiting, y'all. They've got talent. Why they think Texas is so much more talented than Ohio State blows my mind. And it's happening everywhere. I mean, everywhere you look right now, people's picking Texas to blow them out. I don't think Texas would blow them out if it was in Texas, but it's at Ohio State. It's in the shoe. So y'all get in the comment section and tell me, do you think Texas will blow out Ohio State? I'm a SEC homer, y'all. I really am. I'm a SEC homer to the core. But there's a few teams at the top of the Big Ten that can hang with the SEC. Like I said in past videos, they're not as good from top to bottom as the SEC, but they got a team or two at the top that can hang with any SEC team. And Ohio State's one of them. We've seen it last year. They literally just won the national title. Yeah, they lost some guys off that team, but they still got talent. They're literally one of the most talented teams in the country every single year. I hate it because I hate Ohio State, but you got to call a spade, y'all. Next up, we're going to go over the Boo Carter update that Josh Heupel gave us today. It was not much of an update, but it's worthy of talking about. Tennessee Vols head coach provides update on Boo Carter for season opener against Syracuse. Well, let's just say Boo's going to play. You anticipate that. For all of us during the course of the week, it's still learn it, earn it, and taking the job and proving that you're ready. Boo has continued to grow on the things that we're asking him to do, to be a great teammate inside this building every single day. Know the charge for him, but for all of us is to continue to do that. Boo has continued to grow in what he's been doing on the field, so I'm excited and pleased with a lot of things he's done that we've seen from him. He also has donated some of his NIL funds to a high school. I'm going to guess it's probably his old high school. I think that might have been part of his punishment, part of his way to get back on the field. I think Boo will play. I don't think Boo starts. I think he might sit out maybe the first quarter, maybe first half, but I do think Boo will play. I could be wrong on that. He could start from the beginning, but I just think Heupel's got some kind of punishment because if he didn't, If his punishment was already over, I feel like Hop will be like, yeah, he's going to start. But he said, anticipate that he'll play. So, reading into Heupel's coach speak, I think Boo will at least sit out, if nothing, a couple of drives. He won't start. He won't be in the starting lineup. Another thing, us nor Syracuse are releasing a depth chart for the first game. So nobody knows anything unless you keep up with those teams. What Tennessee fans mostly know who will be starting on their team. Syracuse, I'm sure, does too. We both know who both starting quarterbacks is. Aguilar for us and Jelly for them. The spread has moved a little bit. It was 14.5. It's down to 14. So just thought I'd throw that in there while we're going over it. So Boo Carter will play unless he screws himself over at some point this week. Let's go over these starting quarterbacks that's been named. I won't throw this one up because it's going to shock the world, y'all. It's really going to shock the world. Florida quarterback DJ Lagway will start against Long Island University after dealing with calf strain for the bulk of fall camp. Billy Napier literally come out today and named Lagway the starter. Like we didn't know Lagway was going to be a starter. I know he's been dealing with an injury, but he finished fall camp. He practiced at the end of fall camp. He scrimmaged. Of course he's the starter. I don't know why Napier felt like he needed to come out and say that Lagway will be the starter. I mean, that's absolutely crazy. Even Florida people were making fun of it. Like, of course he's going to be the starter. Everybody knows that. Even people that ain't Florida fans know that. Up next, we got Michigan. Big Sky's here as well. Bryce Underwood. Named Michigan starter for the New Mexico game. They did have his name slipped in my mind from Houston that Bryce was competing with. But everybody knew, I think the guy's name's Keene. But everybody knew Bryce Underwood was going to be a starter. They've also got Jaden Davis, who Tennessee was interested in for a while, but we moved on, decided to go with Merklinger. I'm pretty sure that was the class. Yeah, it was Merklinger. We picked Merklinger over Davis. Davis seems like he's fell down the depth chart, that he's not. I don't think he's, from what I read, it's his mechanics, and he's not really that accurate of a passer. He's a good athlete. They had that last year with Orgy on their team. Orgy couldn't throw the ball a lick, but damn, he could run it. They're trying to get away from that. They want somebody that can throw the ball. That's why they went to Warren last year. And, I mean, let's be honest, he was a walk-on. He was not that good, but he was decent enough. The last starting quarterback, Kentucky named their starting quarterback, y'all. I cannot believe that this kid's still playing football. Kentucky is naming Zach Calzada the starting quarterback, according to ESPN. So Calzada will start against Toledo. Toledo's a pretty good group of 5 teams, so if Kentucky's not improved, they could be in a game there, y'all. I think Kentucky's over-under win total is only 4.5. How far are they fallen since NIL started and teams like Tennessee ain't down anymore? Florida, they're still a little down, but they're not. I mean, they're still getting talent. Kentucky took advantage of Tennessee being down, and Florida had some down years there. So ever since Tennessee's come back up, even when we was down, Kentucky, we beat Kentucky. They've only beat us twice, I think, in the last 20 or 30 years. Might be 3 times because Derek Dooley lost to them. And that was when he got fired. Bray threw the ball to him on the sideline, always getting beat. Bray one day said that he thinks Dooley lost that game on purpose. Anyway, Calzada is a 7th-year player, y'all. A 7-year senior. He's been at Texas A&M. He's been at Auburn. And he has been at Incarnate Word the last 2 years. So this is his 14th. He played pretty good at Incarnate Word from what I saw. But that's way down in competition. He never really done anything in the SEC when he played for A&M or Auburn. But that's not saying he can't be improved. So I mean, Kentucky, they got Cutter Boley. Cutter Boley was a 5-star quarterback in this class, but he reclassified, and I guess he's skinny, he needs some work. But Kentucky could have a pretty good quarterback next year if it don't all fall apart and Stoops retire. I mean, that's been the word around the street. Stoops probably going to retire. He tried to go to A&M. They pulled Tennessee and raised hell about it to where they didn't bring in Stoops. They brought in Elko. I think Stoops and Elko are really kind of the same kind of coach. But Stoops just in a bad situation because Kentucky wants to spend their money on basketball. They literally said Kentucky could spend up to $10 million of their $20 million on basketball from the revenue sharing, which is crazy. So could be another long year for Kentucky. They're going to be pretty damn good in basketball this year, though. They brought in a lot of guys. They really did. Can't wait for Tennessee to play them because we brought in our guys, too. And we've been right there with them. We're right about even. Since Rick Barnes been there, us in Kentucky has had some battles when Calipari's there. Last year, Mark Pope's first year, they got us 2 times in the regular season. We got them in the Sweet 16. So we could have some fun battles with Kentucky. Kentucky will probably be a top 10 team in basketball this year. I think Mark Pope is a way better X and O coach than Calipari ever was. Calipari's a hell of a recruiter, get guys to the NBA because he brings in all these one-and-done guys, but I don't think Calipari's ever been a really good coach. And Rick Barnes finally got a hold of him, another 5-star, number 2 player in the country, some other guys. Tennessee's going to be deep again. Getting off topic here. If you haven't noticed, I rant every now and then. Up next, I'm going to do my Thursday night prediction for the 2 games that I care about. I'm not going to go over the other ones, y'all. Boise State, USF. I like this game because Boise's ranked, and South Florida has goalish that Tennessee used to have. Boise's favored by 6.5, y'all. The over-under is 63.5. And the ESPN FPI gives Boise a 64% chance to win the game. I like what Alex Golesh has done at USF, y'all. And I've said it on here before, and I'll say it again. I think Boise's overrated this year. I think Genty carried them last year. Their quarterback's mediocre. So unless they have another Genty at running back, I think Boise loses 3 games this year, maybe 4. At most they're losing 2. I don't think they're going to be undefeated. I don't think they're going to be in the playoff. I just don't think the talent's there this year. I think literally Genty would have 200-300 yards a game last year, y'all. They're underestimating how much that means that they lost him. If games that Genty got stopped last year, which was very minimal, Boise struggled to score. I think it was Wyoming that, with the backup quarterback, held them to like 17 points and gave them a game. He ran wild on Oregon. He ran wild on a lot of people. They gave Penn State a game for a little while, but Penn State basically kept them in it themselves. They'd be running the ball down Boise's throat with their 2-headed running back and then let Drew Aller do something stupid. Drew Aller, people so high on him, y'all. I'm not. I think he's kind of like Nico, where he beats up on bad competition, and when they play good teams, Aller has a 53% completion rate against top 15 opponents, y'all. But I want to take USF in the money line. I want to take them to pull the upset, but I'm going to play it smart, and I'm going to take USF in the 6.5 points. I think Golish's offense is getting better every year there. He took over a program that was in the gutter, y'all, and he's got them back to competing. A lot of people's talking about Golish to get a better job. He's one of the hottest young coaches in football. I think he covers that spread. I think they can win the game, but I'm going to pick them to cover the spread. So give me South Florida to cover the 6.5. I think it'll be a close game, about a 3-point game between either one. And I'm bouncing back this week, y'all. If y'all watched my last week, I know I scrubbed out. I went 2-3 out of the 5 games. I won 2, lost 3. We're bouncing back this week. We got a lot more games. We're not going to be perfect, but we're going to have a winning record, y'all. I promise. Nebraska and Cincinnati. If Nebraska's a playoff contender like everybody's yelling, they'll cover this spread. At 6.5, 7 points. That's up to 7 now. You can get it for 6.5 on DraftKings right now. If it ain't moved up to 7 yet. If Nebraska don't cover this spread, they're more than likely not going to be a playoff contender like a lot of people's talking. Josh Pate, if you don't know Josh Pate, he's the best college sports talk guy there is. He's got a show on here. I mean, he calls himself the future commissioner of the sport. I would love it. Josh Pate's the man. He's got Nebraska in his playoff. So if Nebraska's going to be a playoff team, this is a game they better cover the spread because Cincinnati struggled last year, and they're a pretty good team, but they're not good enough that Nebraska should only be by 7. I don't care if it's at Cincinnati, at Nebraska. It's at Cincinnati, but I don't care if it's there. Nebraska should win this game by at least 10 to 14 points if they're going to be a playoff contender. That's my opinion. They got Raiola back, one of the best quarterbacks in the country. He's supposed to be. The over-under is 54.5. I'm going to take Nebraska to cover. I'm not quite convinced they're a playoff team, but they got a really easy schedule, so they could be. That's part of why people's picking them to make the playoff. It's because of how easy their schedule really is. They got a couple of hard games. That's about it. I mean, their schedule's really easy. They got maybe 3 games that'll be against ranked teams the whole season. So if they can handle this one, they can be a playoff contender. If they win this game by anything less than 10 to 14, I'm not a believer. I want to see what Raiola looks like against a decent team like Cincinnati before they have to go play their couple of hard games on their easy schedule. They should be playing Tennessee next year, but they backed out because they're chicken shit. Literally, basically, their coach even basically said they're scared to play us. They don't want to take a loss. But that's my Thursday night game predictions, y'all. There's more games Thursday night. I'm not going to cover all of them because I know for a fact I don't have no Rutgers fans. Not like I have to watch this channel right now. So I'm not going to cover those. But today's Monday, so we're 3 days away from getting to watch more football. And that Nebraska-Cincinnati game could be pretty good. Friday night, we got Colorado and Georgia Tech. We got Auburn, Baylor. Those are 2 games that could be very good games. Then Saturday, the Saturday slate. We got Sunday, we got Monday, y'all. It's time to lock in with me, y'all. Hit that subscribe button. Get in the comment section. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. As always, go Vols.